Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. You know, we haven't had a chat about perfumes for a while, so I thought as tomorrow, when this will go up, is Friday, we could have a fragrance Friday, as I have been on a bit of a buying binge with fragrances. I don't know, I've just fancied having some new fragrances to wear, which has been quite tricky because obviously, although the shops are now open and have been open for a couple of weeks, so it is finally possible to go out and sample fragrances and look at makeup and clothes and all the other lovely things we like to look at in non-essential shops that have been shut for so long. I still haven't got around to it. I have been into one non-essential shop since it's been permitted, which was I think the 12th of April, and I did go on a little luxury shop at Louis Vuitton, but that was literally it. I didn't even go into any other shops that day, and for one reason or another, partly because I'm still a bit wary about travelling around using public transport in London at the moment, and that's wearing off because we are gradually all becoming vaccinated, and the death and serious illness rate is plummeting. So that's very good news. But I think perhaps a lot of us are still taking a while to acclimatise to the possibility of doing things that we haven't really felt safe doing for over a year now. So that's the kind of background to the short point that I still haven't actually been anywhere where I could sample new fragrances. Now, I was given a beautiful box full of samples from Louis Vuitton when I did visit there, and I didn't even know really that they made fragrances. I'm going to talk about those on another occasion because I'm kind of working my way through. But I've also been ordering a few of the Tom Ford fragrances, some that I've smelt in the past, some that I haven't. And what's kind of encouraged me is the travel-sized flasks that are now available, of quite a few of them. So they're still not cheap. They're mostly about the £40 mark, which is, you know, obviously a lot of money, but it's a lot more manageable than buying a full bottle if I may not like it. So I've got two here that I've bought. Actually, on both occasions, I bought them to make up a minimum spend as well for a gift with purchase. So that was a kind of secondary reason. So I thought I'd mention both of those today and tell you what my impressions are. In fact, in respect of this one, which those of you who are Tom Ford aficionados, you may recognise that turquoise packaging. It's Neroli Portofino, which has been out for a few years now, and I had smelt it before, so I knew that I did like it. It wasn't a completely blind purchase. And it's basically Tom Ford, or one of Tom Ford's versions of eau de cologne. It's a simple summer fragrance if you like a fresh eau de cologne type fragrance, and I've had, you know, a number of them over the years, from the very cheap, what was that one that we had as teenagers, 1911, 911, so I've forgotten, somebody will know. They came in a great big bottle that we used to buy at Boots. Someone who was around in the 70s and 80s will be able to jog my memory about that. Anyway, that was extremely cheap and was a bit like kind of, I don't know, toilet air freshener spray. From that, you know, right through to Chanel, who do a very nice eau de cologne, I think, a very soft, muted eau de cologne. I think my favourite, I don't know really. I think probably the Chanel one ranks pretty highly, but I've tried a number over the years. Anyway, I thought I'd give Neroli Portofino another go. The top notes are bergamot, mandarin and lemon, so no surprise that I would like that because, as you know, I like citrus. I'm less keen on lemon, but it's muted in this. The mid notes are, unsurprisingly, Neroli, orange flower and lavender, which you don't often get in a eau de cologne, so that gives it a bit more of a kind of earthy base. To be honest, I would struggle to pick out the lavender, but it may be what's giving the overall tone a little less lightness, a little more earthiness. And then the base is rosemary and amber. So amber generally adding a kind of sweet spiciness. Rosemary, I would guess, a kind of bitterness. So an interesting mix. And I do like it. It's got a reasonable last, just having a extra smell. It's not overpowering, but it's refreshing. Worth a try. Then the second one that I have just received, so I'm literally wearing it today for the first time. This came as part of a qualifying spend for a Space NK gift with purchase, their spring bag. So I thought I would try Tom Ford's Soleil Neige. There are a lot of Soleil ones, one of which I've tried in the past, not the Neige, one of the early kind of summer ones, which is very tuberose based and is a bit overpowering for me, if I'm honest. This one had an interesting kind of profile. It's described as an amber floral, around for the last couple of years, 2019, but I'd never smelt it. Top notes, bergamot and carrot seed. So I was intrigued by that. Bergamot I generally like as a note. Carrot seed, I have no idea what that smells like. It didn't sound very appetizing. When I kind of looked it up, well, quite difficult to get any information about what carrot seed smells like. But apparently it smells a bit musky. Interesting. The mid-tone notes are orange blossom, jasmine and rose, so uncontroversial there. That's giving you your floral. And your amber is coming from the base, which is benzoin, which is a kind of sweet, intense smell, incensey I always think. Vanilla, which is a tricky note, and labdanum, if that's how you pronounce it, labdanum. I had to look up that. And apparently it's a flower, but it smells like amber. So that's where the amber bit is coming from. So I like it. I'd describe it more as a sweet floral than an amber floral. I don't know that I love it. It doesn't make me think of snow, although I've read a lot of reviews that say it's quite a cold fragrance. I don't really get that. I find it difficult to say that something that's quite sweet is cold, because I kind of associate sweetness, I don't know, with kind of the heaviness of a warmer fragrance. But maybe that's me. Equally, I wonder if people are being kind of influenced by the name Neige and the way it's packaged in the white and so on and so forth. I myself would call it a light, sweet floral. Actually, very suitable for the summer rather than winter, to be honest. But as I say, I've literally worn it today and haven't had the opportunity really to concentrate how it develops over a longer period of time. So at the moment, quite pleased with both of them. I knew I would like the Neroli Portofino, and I bought it as, specifically a light, just ordinary, casual summer fragrance to wear. Still a little more on the fence with the Soleil Neige. Certainly nothing offensive in it. Like it at the moment. Not sure I love it, but let's wait and see. So, just fun to try something and wear something new after, wearing the same old for a number of months. So I'd be interested to see, are any of you splashing out on fragrance? I know one or two are, because I've seen things on Instagram and so on and so forth. And if you are, what's on your wish list? What have you bought? What do you recommend? And I will be back to you, hopefully, with the Louis Vuitton samples soonish. But until then, bye for now.